What's good, guys? Fantasy Joke back here with our first mock draft Monday post 2022 NFL draft. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button in the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. I am going to be doing a random mock draft. Let's hit the randomize button just to prove it's random. Eighth pick. All right, let's hop into it. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, half point PPR, 1 flex, 1 tight end, 1 QB. Let's get it. Check out, if you're a Dynasty player, check out my most recent video. I talk about my rookie Dynasty draft rankings, so make sure you check that out. Okay, let's hide the drafted players. So the draft started out with Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Najee Harris, and now we are picking at the 108. Interesting position here with the wide receivers that have already been taken, the running backs remaining available. I will take Dalvin Cook here. I feel like he's the last guy in a certain tier to me. I just think he's going to get a ton of volume, lot of scoring opportunities. Had a ton of carries inside the 5, inside the 10 last year, and just wasn't able to convert them into touchdowns. I believe that will bounce back this season in a major way. Swinging around to the second round, Nick Chubb is tempting, although I think I would take Alvin Kamara over him. If I was considering wide receivers, I think I'd go Deebo Samuel, but I am just going to snag Alvin Kamara here. I think he is going to be used in that offense a lot, even though they brought in Chris Olave. They have another receiving weapon. I think they're going to lean on him, hand him the ball, throw him the ball, do all that stuff. Let him continue to be a weapon in that offense. Okay. This is our third pick. We can take a peek at the draft board just so everyone can understand how this draft's been falling out so far. Mark Andrews in the third round, I think that's a great value as well. But yeah, 2 running backs to start. Some solid backs still on the board for sure. Taking a look at the receivers on the board, Jalen Waddle's still out there. T. Higgins, Deontay Johnson. Honestly, not too interested in many of these guys. Gosh, Zeke is tempting here. Zeke is really tempting. I think I am going to take Zeke. I don't take him on many teams. I'll take him here. I think this is just too low. I think in the third round, he's a great value, especially 8th pick in the third round. And I just wasn't really too crazy on the receiver options, to be quite honest with you. Jalen Waddle was probably the guy I viewed the best of that group. He still is on the board, so I'm going to snag him up right here. Take Waddle. Obviously, Tyreek Hill plays there now, so that definitely decreases the amount of volume he will get, how big of a game plan he will be, all that stuff. But you gotta take your swings. I still think he's a supreme talent. Had a phenomenal rookie year. Here I'll take. Let's see. Jerry Jeudy's there. Is Courtland Sutton still available? No, he's not. I think he's been drafted already. Kyler's still on the board. Really like him. I also like Joe Burrow though, especially now that Kyler has lost. DeAndre Hopkins for 6 games due to a suspension for PEDs, I would probably go with Burrow, meaning I'll probably try to take one more round here. I'll snag up George Kittle, though. I think he could get a crazy high target volume this year. If Deebo Samuel is traded, I think there's an outside chance that still happens. I'd say likelihood, though, he'll still probably be on the 49ers. But I think one way or another, he's a phenomenal tight end. Okay, so we lost some receiving options there. If we take a look at the draft board after that pick, I took Kittle, then Terry McLaurin, Mike Williams, Marquise Brown, Jerry Jeudy, and Elijah Moore all went off the board. A little run on receivers there. Not interested in DeAndre Hopkins, like I said, because of that suspension. Amon-Ra St. Brown is interesting to me at the beginning of the season, especially where you can get him in drafts right now, because you're going to get a month or so of him probably being the number 1 wide receiver on that team. I really like that. I'm going to draft him here. Hopefully, I think he's my wide receiver 2 right now. He can fill in that role. And then there's one more guy I've got my eye on. Hopefully, he will still be available. Take a peek at that draft board one more time. So, yeah, I took Amon-Ra. Then we had Hopkins, Harris, Robinson, Lockett, Mooney, Juju, Schultz, Rashad Bateman went. That stings. Really would have liked to get him, honestly, even over I think I would take Amon St. Brown. Like I said, I'm hoping to get that hot start, but I really like Rashad Bateman this year, especially in Dynasty. Taking a look who's still out there, I'll snag up Adam Thielen. Um, Maybe even Gabe Davis can get back to me. Nope, he was taken. Makes sense. Tyler also went. Uh, Treylon Burks is still on the board. I do find him very tempting, although I'm fine with getting him or Drake London. Not too concerned about that. I think I'm actually going to take Kareem Hunt here. I think he's a very solid RB2. Got some stud running backs on my team, but you can never have enough, and he's a good trade asset. I think the value got to a really good point. I feel like I've got 4 backs I can start any given week, and now I can really just load up on some of these receivers. I'll take Chris Olave. I think his NFL game, he's very NFL ready. Smooth route runner. Doesn't have the best quarterback situation, but I think he's a guy who could have 1,000 yards as a rookie. Taking a look at who's still on the board, Darrell Henderson's interesting in that backup role. Jacoby Myers, someone interesting, but I'm actually going to take Russell Wilson here. Really like him in Denver with those weapons, better offensive line, just a really good team around him. I'll take him there. Okay, I'll snag Skyy Moore here. I think he is a great value in that Kansas City Chiefs offense. What they want to do. Okay. Rodgers still on the board. I think he's still a good value. I think he'll probably throw close to 30 touchdowns. Doesn't give you the rushing upside he did earlier in his career, though. Um, Obviously limits his upside, especially now that he's lost some of those weapons that he's had in the past. I'll snag Tim Patrick here to stack with my guy Russ. I think he is a great value in drafts. I think he's a really good NFL wide receiver. And if Jerry Jeudy doesn't make that next run or bump, I think he can be a really good option regardless. Even I'll take Gus Edwards here as well. I think he is the number 2 back in that offense. He could get 150 carries, and then if anything happens to J.K. Dobbins, obviously be extremely fantasy relevant and a solid flex play. I think even until then. So upside as well as a high floor is really nice if you can get that, especially in these later rounds. I'll take a shot in Laviska Shenault over in Jacksonville. Maybe he was banged up last year. Maybe in this next year with Trevor Lawrence, he can figure something out. And I will take a shot on, man, this wide receiver position is really thinning out. I like Donovan Peoples-Jones in Cleveland, though. I think he's a talented player. A lot of opportunity there. Probably him or David Bell as a wide receiver 2 on that team with Deshaun Watson, so why not swing for the fences? And then with the players remaining, I will take, oh, it's tough. So many excellent options here. Give me Julio Jones, though. I think he still could have something and could go to a big-time NFL team. Draft's complete. We'll look over the team right after the draft concludes. So we got Russ at quarterback, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Jalen Waddle, Amon St. Brown, George Kittle, Ezekiel Elliott, Adam Thielen, Kareem Hunt, Chris Olave, Skyy Moore, Tim Patrick, Gus Edwards, Laviska Shenault, Donovan Peoples, Jones, and Julio Jones. There's 2 flexes in this league. I didn't even honestly realize that. Fine, I would have drafted basically the exact same way I did in hindsight, but could also slide Kareem Hunt into that flex role, obviously. If you guys have made to this point in the video, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments in the comment section down below, I'll respond. As always, until next time, this has been Fantasy Joe. Thank you guys for watching.